Hey out there, and welcome to day 15. I'm Kate, and I am super glad you came back and that you haven't given up on me yet. Today I have a balance practice for you. We're going to focus on kind of waking up your feet. That might sound silly, but hopefully it'll be super useful in the practice. We're going to move through some of my favorite balancing poses and see where it takes us. So a couple of blocks just to have on standby in case you want them. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's do this. So we're gonna start seated, and you're gonna take your feet out in front. And you can sit on a blanket if you'd like, or a block. You don't really need it. We're not gonna be here for too long, but you're just gonna take your arms and kind of hug your legs in and take a moment to just drop your chin to your chest. You can close your eyes. And take a breath into the back of your neck, down through your upper back, and along the length of your spine, all the way down to your sitting bones, into the floor. And shake your head gently side to side. And then from here, you're going to lift your head. And we're going to take 3 breaths together. So deep breath in. And let it go. And again. And release. Last one, big old breath. Okay, so you're going to take your hands behind you. Doesn't matter how and where, whatever. You're just going to start to tap out your feet a little bit. You know, like tap your toes, roll out your ankles, and then start to stomp your feet. Because it's fun, and why not make some noise? Let everybody else in the house wonder what the hell is going on in there. That's it. And then for one more moment, you're gonna kind of wiggle those toes. And then you're just gonna grab a foot. It doesn't matter which one. And I know, you can skip this part, but you're just gonna take a second, kind of squeeze your foot with your hands. Like you could, I don't know, get the blood flowing, because that's what we're doing. That's it. And then tap it out. Second side. Nothing super bonkies, unless you think massaging your own feet is bonkies, then we're straight in it. Yeah. And then tap that one out. Yes. And then come into table. And roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. So if there's any stiffness in your body, we can start to kind of work on it here. We're going to be foot focused, but I mean, we can't help but get the whole body involved. But just take a second while we're here to iron out any, I don't know, wrinkles. That's it. One more round. Okay, come back to your neutral spine. You're going to take your right leg, stretch it straight back behind you, tuck your toes, push through your heel, and we're going to rock. This is one of my favorite things to do. I think we forget about the soles of our feet a lot. We forget about our ankles and our toes, and this kind of reminds us that they're there. That's it. And you're going to float that right foot up just a hair, sweep it over to the left. Tuck your toes again, push through that heel, and then you're going to take your gaze over your left shoulder and look back toward that right foot. Take a breath or two into the side, that right side of your body. Beautiful. And then you're going to bring it back through center. Drop the ball of your foot back onto the floor. Sweep your left leg behind you like a kickstand. You can tuck your toes or leave them untucked. You're going to drop that right heel to the mat and take your top arm right alongside your ear. And then maybe one circle, kind of down and around. When you get back up over the ear, you're going to bend that right elbow. Take your hand to the back of your head. Hug your elbow in toward your ear and just for a moment, sweep your elbow up and back as you press the back of your head into your hands. Feel that right heel root, feel your tailbone lengthen. Yes, and you're gonna windmill that right hand back down to the floor. Right leg still straight back behind you. Press into the ball of that right foot. Take your left leg and kick it up and back. And then we're gonna roll out that left ankle. That's it. And then bend your knee and make some circles in your hip. And then in the other direction. You got it. Okay, we're gonna gaze forward and just step that left foot up between your thumbs and help it along if you need. You're gonna drop your back knee, sink your hips. You got it. Feel your chest lift. One more breath here as you draw your low belly in, up. We got this. Step it back. Downward facing dog. And you're gonna inhale, rock forward into plank. When you exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Keep your toes tucked. Walk your hips back toward your heels, and you can keep your chest low. So we're in this toe tucky, child's pose thing. Working into those feet. I know. All right, inhale, come on back up. So we've got our table. Untuck your toes. Oh, we're gonna tap out your feet. Make some more noise. Okay, here we go. Left leg's gonna stretch straight back behind you. Tuck your toes. You remember what to do. Rock back and forth. Yes. All right, then we're gonna float that leg up just a hair, sweep it over to the right. Tuck your toes again, push through your heel. Oh, take your gaze over your left or your right shoulder. The other shoulder. And breathe into that left side. All right, then back through center, left leg still extended out behind you. Sweep your right foot behind you too. Shift your weight into your right hand. Drop that left heel and come on up into your modified side plank thing here. And sweep that left arm up and around. And you know what, we're gonna go for one more circle. And the next time that arm comes alongside your ear, you're gonna bend your elbow. Take your hand to the back of your head, hug your elbow in, and then lean back. Feel your tailbone lengthen down toward that left heel and feel where your left heel can press into the floor. And then you wanna drag that elbow away from your toes. Yes. All right, and then we rewind, left hand to the floor. So now we're back into our extended leggy table. Press into the ball of your left foot, take your right leg, stretch it up, and back behind you, down dog split, and just roll out your ankle here. Yep. And you're gonna bend your knee and make some circles out and around in your hip. Try to stay steady through your shoulders. Circle in the other direction. Yep. All right, stretch it back. Gaze forward, step that right foot up between your thumbs. Give it a hand if it needs it. Drop your back knees. Blocks are here if you want more space in your lunge. Use those blocks. You can sink the weight of your hips down. Feel your chest lift up. And while you're here, you want to feel your pubic bone scoop forward toward the front of your mat. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna step it back again, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, find your plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes this time. Take your hips back to your heels. Pause here. Keep your seat on your heels. Walk your hands in so you're upright now. Hopefully this isn't brutal on your knees. If it is, just skip this part. We're not gonna be here too long. You're gonna take your right hand out to the side. Grab that left knee with your left hand and peel it up. Press the top of your foot into the floor. And then shift it through center. We're gonna do the other side, right? So take your left hand out to the side, grab that right knee, peel it up. Compress into the top of that foot. You got it. And then release that. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And now you're going to gaze back at those toes and walk your hands back to meet your feet. And when you get there, if you want blocks underneath your hands, you can snag them, right? We're just going to rock forward and back. So you can feel your weight pull back toward your heels. Rock forward so you come onto the balls of your feet. And it can be like small movements, just shifting weight from the front to the back of your foot. Or you can actually make super big movements, lifting. Yes. All right, and then from here, you're gonna drop those heels. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades in, spine long. Exhale and fold. Push into the floor, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach it up and bring your hands down through prayer and take that long walk to the top of your mat. Yeah. All right, so now we're here. I'm gonna spin around so you can see me better. We're gonna do some toe yoga. We've done it before if you've been here with me, but we're gonna do it again, right? So feet underneath you, good strong Tadasana here. You've got to lift through the quads. We're engaged here. You want to think about your shins and try to work them or try to keep them as neutral as possible. You're just going to lift your big toes, right? You can feel the arch of your foot start to lift and engage. You want to keep that action, that drawing up through the arch of your foot, up through your legs. And you're going to drop your big toes, and without collapsing in, you're going to see if you can lift your little toes. Big toes down, little toes up. Keep that activation through the arch of your foot. You might have to like stare at your feet and think about it. And then we're going to switch again. Little toes down, big toes up. Shins stay neutral and as unmoving as you can manage, right? Ankles steady. Big toes down, little toes up. We're working those feet. Little toes down, big toes up. And one more. Big toes down. Ooh, little toes up. Cue foot cramps. And then release that and stomp out your feet. All right, so back to the top of your mat. Hopefully you're already there. Now from here, you're just gonna see if you can lift onto the balls of your feet and lower down. Like we were doing in our Uttanasana, but now we're doing it in Tadasana. Shifting and just waking up your calves, your ankles, and most of all your feet, right? It's really helpful to feel the ground underneath you when we're working balance, so a couple more. Yeah. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach those arms out and up. Come onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, drop your heels and fold. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. When the fingertips reach the top, come onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, drop your heels and fold. Pure and simple, halfway lift. And let it go. One more, press into your feet. Inhale, come up as your fingertips reach the apex. Come onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, drop your heels and fold. Another half lift. And release. Press into your feet, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. This time, bring your hands down through prayer. Keep those heels down. I know you were excited to go back onto the balls of your feet, but cut it out. All right, you're gonna come onto your right foot and take a second, kind of like wriggle your foot on the floor. Feel that ground under there? Good, okay. Shift into your right foot. We're gonna come into tree. So find your gaze point, sweep that left knee open. Here we are. Hands can come to prayer, arms can go up overhead, whatever works for you. The idea here is just to feel that like there's gonna be wriggle through that foot, through your ankle, shifting and balance and all of that. But hopefully your foot's warm now so it can kind of handle it. We're gonna go to warrior three. Here we go. Take that left knee straight forward and kick your left leg back. As your left leg kicks back, soften your right knee, just a hair. Shoulder blades in, hands to prayer, arms back, arms forward. Warrior one. Step it back. Inhale, reach those arms, stretch them up, nice soft shoulders, square hips. Press evenly through both feet. Inhale. Warrior two, when you exhale, we're gonna open it up. Feel the tops of your shoulders soften. Energy fingertip to fingertip. All this good stuff happening here. And then straighten that front leg, inhale. And when you exhale, come out and over, triangle pose. And take a moment to pause here. Maybe that top hand comes to your hip so you can feel the length of your spine. And then you can allow that top shoulder to roll back. Feel this left side rib cage roll back gently. And then maybe that left hand wants to go up if it feels comfortable. Yes, indeed. Top hand to your hip. We're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana. You can grab a block if you already have it for your Trikonasana, then bonus round. You're going to hop the back foot in. Here we go. Shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. Press into the floor. We're going to come on up. Half moon. And just like we did in our Trikonasana, take a moment to press into that front foot and then roll that top shoulder open. Like you could lean back into an imaginary wall, and that might make you fall back a little bit, and that's okay. Just readjust or come back into it. So from here, we're gonna move into tree. I know. So take your gaze to the floor, soften your right knee, and we're gonna let the hips pivot as you soften that right knee. Gaze forward, come on up. And we're gonna come back to tree with that left foot. Foot's a burnin', ankles on fire, just breathe. Take that left knee, point it straight forward. This time we're just gonna step it down. Tadasana, inhale, come out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana, let it go. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. You can walk or hop back if you're feeling hoppy today. Rock it forward, find your plank. And vinyasa how you want to. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. It's up to you. Baby cobra, upward facing. Then pull it back. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. And rock a little bit forward and back. Hello, feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into the floor. Come all the way up, Urdhva. Hands down through prayer. Take that walk. Style points. Excellent. Come onto that left foot. We're gonna tree. So here we go. Find your gaze point. And just work it here. Arms can do whatever they feel, whatever you feel like will best serve your balance today. What really best serves your balance is to keep breathing. So focus on that. All right, right knee is gonna point straight forward. We're gonna go for warrior three. So sweep that right foot back. As it kicks back, soften your left knee. Oh, yep. Warrior one. Press through that right heel. Feel your right hip draw forward. Left one's gonna pull gently back. Tailbone nice and long. Inhale, reach those arms up. Press your feet into the floor and feel where you can draw energy up through your legs, all the way up into your fingertips. So you're not just standing here, but you're standing here. Yeah. Warrior two, open it up. Yeah, nice steady gaze over that left arm. Energy down through the feet. Let's do it. Straighten that front leg. Come out and over. Trikonasana. And if you want your block here, oh, it's quite lovely. Top hand to your hip for a moment. Feel the crown of your head lengthen away from this back foot. And then roll your top shoulder open. Feel your right side rib cage. Roll back gently. All right. Top arm can go up for a moment here. Here we go, half moon. This top hand can come down. Hop the back foot in. And then shift. Left hand to the mat, left hand to the block. Fire up that right leg, inner thigh. Flex your foot, spread your toes. And then same thing here. You want to feel that right shoulder roll back. Oh, feels like it's a little crazy up there. It's okay. You got it. All right, tree pose, gaze down, soften that left knee. You're gonna feel this right hip point drop down and then pull your knee in. You got this. Sweep that right knee open. Tree. Oh, and trees, you know, they sway in the wind. So there's a lot of sway here. It's all right. You've got to be able to kind of go with it. If you get too stiff here, you're going to fall down. And if you fall down even when you're swaying, it's okay. Embrace the sway. Another breath. And then sweep this right knee forward. Step it down. Oh, inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Woo, exhale and fold. Halfway lift and make your way back. Pull it forward into plank. Vinyasa if you want to, or just hold your plank here. If you want to lower down, get those elbows in, shoulders back. Once you get back into your down dog, take your gaze back to your feet. Walk your hands back to meet them. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up, Urdhva and hands down through prayer. Okay, so we're gonna do one more balance on its own because I think maybe it's the hardest balance on the planet. I say that and then another one will come up or you'll be like, no, but what about X? And that's probably true, but right now in this moment, this is a harder one for me. All right, so you're gonna take that walk to the top of the mat. And we're just gonna do a Padangusthasana just. So shift onto this right foot. All right, you're gonna pull the left knee in and take the big toe with your left peace fingers. I know this seems wild and this left leg does not have to straighten. So don't worry about that. Mine is not going to at all. Right arm can go out to the side if you want. We're gonna take this left foot and just kick it forward. What matters here is not the straightening of this leg, but that your arm bone's into the socket and that your right thigh is pressing back without locking at the knee, right? Okay, now we're gonna take this left leg and open it out to the side. As it goes out to the side, you wanna feel that left sitting bone kind of tuck underneath you a little bit. Yeah. And then bring it back through the middle. So you're gonna take this right hand and cross it over. This is where it gets tricky. You can release the big toe hold, and now we've got these wrists crossed. Press into the floor with that right foot and see if you can soften your elbows and bend over that left leg. I know, crazy town. I already fell out of it. You may have too. Come back in. Yes. And then we're gonna step it back. Nice long lunge, fingertips to the mat. Sweep your right leg up and back. That was it. Shake it out. And now bring that right leg forward for a pigeon. Because after that, you're probably gonna want it. Scissor your inner thighs. Lengthen up here. Keep your low belly lifted, tailbone long. And before you come down, check that back leg. Make sure that things aren't all crooked back there, but we're going straight back. You can stay upright, or you can lower it down. Blocks, forearms, floor, anything. Hands underneath. I know. Come on up. Downward facing dog. You wanted to stay there forever. I get it. Take your gaze to your toes. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Yes, indeed. Halfway lift. Let it go. Press into those feet. Rise up. Urdhva Hastasana. And walk to the top. By now you've probably developed a good walk. Maybe we mix it up next time. Is there next time? I don't know. We're going to shift onto this left foot. Gaze point, right? And take a second. Maybe you want to, I don't know, smush that foot into the floor a little bit. And then we're going to draw your left or your right knee in. Big toe hold. Before we extend this right leg, we've got this left thigh that wants to collapse in. Try to push into your left foot. Work to straighten that leg as much as you can. It's gonna wanna, as soon as we do this extension, it's gonna wanna kind of buckle in. Just be aware of what's going on. Kick that right leg out. Arm bone back. Smooth, steady breath. We're gonna sweep this right leg out to the side. Notice if your butt starts to pop back in space. Try to hug that right side sitting bone underneath. You got this. Through center. Left hand's gonna grab for the pinky toe edge of your foot. Release the big toe and just grab that instep. I know, lift through your chest. And then bend those elbows, see if you can fold over that right leg. Lift your gaze, sweep this right foot back. Step it to the back of the mat, plant your hands, sweep the left arm, the left leg up and back. Oh, we're prepping for pigeon. Bring it forward. And then that right leg, can come back behind you. Gaze back at that foot. Yes, tailbone nice and long. Lengthen out. You can fold over that leg. You can stay upright. Anything. One more breath. And slide those hands underneath you. We're going to step back for one down dog, but it can be super wishy-washy. Then drop your knees to the floor. Untuck your toes. Send your hips back to your heels. Find a moment here in child's pose. Come on up. You're just gonna let your hips fall to one side. Take your legs out in front. Feet straight out with you. Wrap that left arm around. Take your right hand behind. Give yourself a little twist here. Draw your low back in and up. And breathe. And then through center. Right hand wraps, left hand comes behind. Same lift through your chest. And then wrap that left arm around. Give yourself a moment here. Drop your chin to your chest. Close your eyes. Breathe. Just an easy forward fold. And slowly lift your head and find a comfortable seat for a moment before you step off your mat and into the rest of your day. Close your eyes. Take a breath or two. I don't know about you, but my feet are buzzing. Oh goodness, they're awake now. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor your time on the mat and the fact that you made it here. You took the time and you did it. And say a quiet thanks to your body and your breath and your feet, especially today. Treat them well. Thanks for being here. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Share with a friend if you want them to come along on this 30-day journey. Like, subscribe, comment below if there's anything you want to see in the coming days. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.